Here. Here. Feel. Here. Feel. Think.
Hey, you! Yeah, you're alright. I'm glad. You were mourning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the ether, I reckon. You'll get used to it though, don't worry. You there, halt! What's all this about? Inspection. Man search the carriage. I'm just an honest peddler, friends, so don't be too disappointed if you don't find nothing, huh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. Sir, look, somnus. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You're rot in a dungeon till the end of your days, unless you can afford a fine. Business as usual. Almaja! Dwarms! 7 hells. Consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. That kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lad. Vessels will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, huh? Hey, seeing as we've still got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Them young ants don't much care for conversation, see? Brent's the name, and Pendants mean trade. And judging by an unusual garment, I'll wager you're one of them new adventures. I knew it, going whenever the wind blows, seeing fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was that at first attracted you to it? Okay, power. Power, as in power to do good, like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that? I thought that was what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventuring business. When you arrive in town, you best enroll in the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. And it won't hurt to join a guild, neither. Hulda's home to few, so if you're still learning how to fight with a sword, or even spells, you should think about seeking one out. Just remember though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breeding. Ain't no profit to being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Hulda? No. But of course it ain't. Still might be as this journey internet has a few new things to teach you about your destination. Ulda's ruled by the Sultana in name, but that most folk know the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monorist cronies would happily get rid of her grace altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists, and the Royalists are nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no sign of stopping. Of course, the Lizardman, that's the Almaja, couldn't care less about Hulda politics. They have their own interests, see. They ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to pathers need briefing per outfit, and though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Aye, at long last, behold Hulda, a jewel of Tanalan, where folk turn sand into gold.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ulda. Even with the coming of the seventh umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul. One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
Here's where we park place, lads. I'm off to the market to deliver me wares, then it's on the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with me, Prattle. You never did tell me your name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider a square.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
Achei sim, ainda estou. Oi, adventurer, over here. I mean you. Fetch off the carriage by any chance, huh? How can I tell? Name's Waymond, and my business is knowing every bugger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our fair city, free of charge even, just this once, like? To be recognized as an adventurer in the city state of Fulda, you must register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Explain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse, and I don't want that on my conscience. So before you do anything else, you'll want to head over to the Quicksand and speak with Momodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside, and that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventuring, adventurer. Suggest that you speak with quicksand properties or Modi before you begin exploring. Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Mabodi, and I own this fine establishment if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Hulda, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you that is, without someone like me to steer you right, you'd still find yourself in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like a conflict with the Almaja, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultan for nigh on who forever now. Then there's the Carlin Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all there's worrying for the lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder it's been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an eighth hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. It was like the end of the world had come at last. But then things began to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next, some of them 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is, they didn't. Nobody does. There is one thing the survivors agree on, though, the part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought violently and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. Just the same, our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten, and so we call them the Warriors of Light. They'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand and try to leave Hulda in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spinning and bickering like the old days. A happy and prosperous Hulda means more business for the quicksand too. Anyway, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in a register, neat as you can. Joseph Ward. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue. It does. Alright, Mr. Ward, on behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 was my witness, I swear to you. I'll bring you your money. In the East, it is said that even a merciful God might be driven to vengeance if there's blasphemy. Be graceful, you were given a 4th chance to offend. You too, attend to this scum. No, please, mercy. Well, ain't that sorry sight. Not an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry though, if you work hard enough, you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, Pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes and the womanfolk from time to time. Anyway, welcome to Huldash, Joseph. Take a moment to catch your breath and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. The proprietors of the quicksand wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventure. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tests I'd like you to perform so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Furite Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue, then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an Nitorite. If it weren't for Aetherites traveling around the Orzo, would be a damn sight for more troublesome that it is. Of course, you still need to turn on with them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever tuned with an Aetherite before, Joseph? If not, just lay your hand on a thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Gladiators Guild over at the Colosseum. Assuming that sort ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over the steps of Fall. Goods from all across the origin and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Hulda, as long as you've got the guild. Just make sure you don't pay more than you owe, Joseph. There's plenty as one scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Sosteroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he's rid of. In short then, visit the Aetherite Plaza, the Gladiators Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, before you go, a word of advice. While there's more than a few unsavory characters out there who'll try to take advantage of you, there are also some with honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folks are lured to this city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after guilt the moment they get here, they have to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it from me. It's best time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you've finished, will you? That way I won't spend my days worrying that you've done to your small coat just without the guild to your name. What has given you good tests to perform should you encounter any citizens who seem to be in need of help as you make your way around Hulda, why not offer your services? Someone would like to know what you think of Hulda. So, are you taking Hulda, Joseph? Make any friends in high places yet? Well, when you have the Sultanas here one day, I hope you won't have forgotten about all. Oh, why not? Long as you're here, mayhap you can do me a favor and take this missive to Juzla's at the Platinum Mirage. It's just over yonder, and the man will even give you some gil for your trouble. If only all work in the city was this easier. Don't forget the ladder. Jakuta the merchant is visibly perturbed and needed of some assistance. Tell me, what brings you here, friend? Looking for a bit of work, perhaps? Some small job to add a little weight to that composure of yours? Well, you're in luck. The pugilists have just placed an order with me for several of the leather gloves and armors that use for sparring. But the traders are cruel, for I find myself lacking the hides required. Would that I had baits of a few snapping shrews. What say you, friend? Care to help a merchant down on his luck? Bring me 5 snapping stew pelts and I promise to make it worth your while. You can fight the creatures roaming central Tanalan. However, the costuming professional Waymont has taken the opportunity to task you with a delivery. Do us by and take the message, his message to choose the heirs of the Pugilist Guild inside the Platinum Mirage. You have business with the Platinum Marriage this evening. A message from Waymont? Alright, then let's have a look. Word is barren like the hound's feast. So it goes. Oh, this? Well, you see, the guild is often contracted to provide protective services. Fortunately for this particular petitioner, Waymont's investigation has revealed these finances to be wanting. Maybe adventurers like you don't mind working for free, but we have a business to run. I myself have 4 mouths to feed, so this bird will have to fend for himself, I'm afraid. Motivational speaking. Motivational speaking. Dollar does not like the way you are looking at him, but will it best if you deliver a message for him? Hey, you! I saw you looking at me. You got something to say? Huh? No? Well, I do. You know, the Alta, short, broke, never pays what he owes? Yeah, what bleeding worse. Tell him to pay up or I swear by the 12 I'll beat him so hard it'll feel like the second coming of Dalamud. If I see that little shite's face, I'll end up calling him into a bloody ball black as not, so you go in town. Somewhat enraged, Gaither has demanded that you deliver a rather colorful ultimatum to Ilata, who was failed to repay his debt, find the Ilata and impress upon him the gravity of the situation. God be good, give us good. Alright, I'll give back every girl I will. Oh, I swear it. But no more beatings. I beg you. Guilt for gold. Violetta needs help to repay a long overdue debt. Look, I haven't got the gill on hand, but I do have this ring. Ain't much to look at, but it'll surely fetch a high price. Was me dear departed mom's wedding ring, God's rest her soul, but she'll understand. Show it to my man over the ossuary and he'll get your coin. In order to repay his debts, the Dilata is willing to sell his deceased mother's wedding ring despite its tremendous sentimental value. Take the ring to Azarath ossuary and make Mamane appraise it. Greetings, adventurer. What brings you to Azarath ossuary? You wish to sell this heirloom on behalf of Dildata? Very well. It is most unfortunate when such drastic measures must be taken, and obviously so when the item in question is a fake, such a gaudy, poorly wrought one. Also, you do know that appraisals are not free. Normally this fee is subtracted from the agreed value. Alas, considering the eligible of this ring, I'm afraid it would still owe us. However, as this is a rather unusual circumstance, we shall waive the fee this once. No need to concern yourself with the bubble. I will personally see to its disposal.